that. Okay, so Nolio, our lesson has started and is being recorded. So just in case if at the end of this lesson you feel like it was a very good lesson, then just make sure to watch it over and over again. So Nolio, I want us to talk nothing but what we call a mathematics. Um, this is going to be an introduction to what we call mathematics. So there might not be a need for you to write everything that I'll be writing, but you just need to have a very nice cup of coffee on your side. Then we discuss exactly what is mathematics. So mathematics, YOLO, it is made out of three things, only three, and nothing more. So those three things are the following, YOLO. It's a sign. The second thing is a number. The third thing is a letter. Normally, when you are dealing with a math problem, it is going to have two or three of these things, YOLO. So, what is a sign, YOLO? A sign, we know very well that we are having a sign of a plus, a minus, multiplication, division. Do you want to add some more signs that you are aware of, YOLO?
No.
Okay, I'll add for you. It's equals to, it's a math sign. A
Mm,
square root, it's a math sign.
mm,
A brackets, it's a math sign. We also
yes.
have less than or greater than, less than or is equals to, greater than or is equals to. Do you know of these math signs, YOLO?
Yes.
100%. So now, what is a number? Easy, easy, easy. A number is just any number from zero. It could be one,
Um,
two,
two,
three
three,
thousand, a
four.
million, whatever number that you can think of. Um, it is used to form a mass component. So now remember, we can have a number being a positive or a negative number. So we can also have
Yes.
a number being number two as a positive or a negative number.
Mm,
All the numbers can be positive or negative numbers. Now, what about letters? YOLO. Do you agree with me that we only have A up to
yes.
Z as letters?
Yes. And X.
Come again, YOLO.
X and B.
You said something. Did you say X?
Yes. X.
Yes. So, what I'm saying is, you do agree that in terms of letters, we have letters from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to the last letter being Z. Do you agree on that one?
Yes.
100%. So now remember, we've got what we call capital letters and small letters. So a small letter will obviously be A, up to maybe small z. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a capital letter or it's a small letter, but we just know that a math component, it is made up of a sign, a number, and a letter. So mathematics is just a game of three of these things. They are arranged in a funny way, uh, with the aim of confusing us. So the next thing that I want to talk about, YOLO, is what we call a term. So we do know very well that in mathematics we have what we call a term. And most importantly, a term, it is separated by a sign, a let me say by a sign of plus or minus. So the moment in between you have a sign of a plus or a minus, then you know it is there to separate a term. So I'm going to explain to you the arrangement of a term, YOLO. So a term, it is made up of a sign followed by a number followed by a letter, then followed by a power. Um, a sign, YOLO, is just a sign. It could be a sign of a plus or a minus. And then a number is just any number from 0 all the way up to whatever number that you can think of. A letter is just any letter from A up to Z. Normally, in mathematics, they like using letter X, they like using letter Y, they can also use Z. Even A can be, in fact, any letter from A up to Z can be used in mathematics. And then a power, it could be a letter or a number. I'll give you an example just so that it makes perfect sense. You can have something being negative 3x, let's say, squared. So what are we having there, YOLO? This thing is a term and it has a sign of a negative, it has a number of 3, it has a letter of x, it has a power of a positive 2. I'll give you another example. Let's say we have 3y. Let's try to interpret this one, YOLO. What is the sign for 3y? It's an invisible positive there. So if you just have a number and a letter without having a sign, just know it's an invisible positive sign. So what is the number? The number is 3. What is the letter? The letter is Y. What is the power? If there's nothing there, YOLO, just know there is an invisible positive 1. So can you see? This is how you interpret a term. So let's say, for example, you are given negative 4p. Can you try and interpret that one, YOLO?
The other one, it must be.
YOLO, I'm not able to hear you. So you can try and interpret that one, negative 4p.
Yeah.
YOLO, usasekhona lapho.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Positive 5p.
Okay, so check this one, YOLO. This is negative 4p, ne?
Yes.
So now you interpret it the same way I've interpreted those two. So I'll just give an example. The sign for this one is negative. And then the number is 3. The letter is x. The power is 2. And then this one, we have a sign being positive, a number being 3, letter being y, and then power being invisible 1. So you can try and interpret that one. It doesn't matter whether you get it wrong or correct, but it will help me to understand how I can be able to explain to you such that you fully understand. So you can try that one, YOLO.
Okay. Positive 4p.
Okay,
Positive 4x.
okay. Let me do this. Let me see. Let me remove all of this, YOLO, and say and write this thing there. Okay, now let's talk, YOLO. Which sign is this one? YOLO, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, which sign is that one?
Negative
Which number is that one?
4.
And then which letter is that one?
E.
Okay. What power are we having there?
1.
100%. So that is exactly what I wanted you to do, Loyo. I was surprised when you were mentioning X, Loyo. It seems like you like X, Loyo. What's happening? Or you want to solve for X, ne?
Yes.
Okay, it's fine. We will get to that stage, Loyo. But firstly, we have to go through this so that um, I'm able to tell your level of understanding. So you firstly need to understand why you are solving for X, which is something that is going to be covered in this lesson. So you don't only solve not knowing why you are solving a Loyo. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you the reasons why you are solving and how do you solve different types of math problems. Okay, let's see. Let's say, for example, we have 2y to the power of that. Can you try and interpret this term for me, Loyo?
2.
Okay,
2y. The power.
okay, let's start with the sign. So you're going to say the sign is whatever, the number is whatever, the letter is whatever, the power is whatever.
Okay. Sign is positive.
Mm-hmm,
Number is 2. Letter
mm-hmm,
is y.
mm-hmm.
Power is minus. Is negative 1.
100%. So if it is not written negative, then it means it's positive. Nay,
Is
100%. So now try this one. Let's say 7x. Let's say negative k. This is k. Okay, interpret that one, Lloyd.
positive 7. In sign.
Wait. Start again. Yeah, you can start now.
A sign is positive. Number is 7. Letter is x. Power is negative k.
100%. Exactly that, lawyer. So that is how you interpret a term. Okay, now interpret this one.
Number is sign positive. Number 9. No letter. Power is 1.
100%. 100%, lawyer. You see now you are gaining confidence. Let's try the last one being this one.
Sign is negative. No number is 1. Letter power is positive 1.
100%. So the sign is negative. The number is invisible 1. Letter there is M, and then power. What is it? Is yes, invisible. 100%. So now that means you are confident in interpreting what we call a term. So can we now go deeper, lawyer? I'll give you this one. Let's say we've got 3a minus 4. It's equals to a plus a q. Let's check. I'll do this one for you. How many terms do we have on the left side of the equal sign? We have 2. Can you see? 1, 2. So you can see these terms are separated by that sign. Also here, you have 1, 2. So now here, you've got a sign being positive, a number being 3, letter being a, power being 1. Here you have a minus as a sign, number being 4, no letter, power invisible 1. Also here you've got positive 1, a to the power 1, positive 1, q to the power 1. Did that make sense, Loy?
Please come again.
So let's check. Can you see? We've got 1, 2 terms on the left side of an equal sign. Do you agree there?
Yes.
So on the right side, can you also see that we've got 1, 2 terms?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's interpret the first term. So we know that a term has got a sign, a number, a letter, and a power. So what is the sign for this one, Loy?
No sign. Sign is negative 3.
Okay. So remember, Loyo, if there's no sign, then it's positive. But if there is negative, it's going to be negative. Nay.
Yes.
So what is the sign there, Loyo?
Positive
The number,
3.
letter,
A.
power.
No, power is 1.
Yes. So interpret that one, Loyo.
Minus
Mm-hmm.
4. No letter. Positive 1.
100%. So do the same for these two.
Sign of sign no sign is positive. Number 1. Letter A. Positive 1. Sign plus 2 plus 1 plus number 1 letter Q power is 1.
Yes. So, Loyo, what I'm doing now is to train you to interpret a math problem. I'm preparing you to factorization. I'm preparing you to all other chapters that you're struggling with. But most importantly, you should first be able to interpret a math problem. In that way, you'll be able to solve a math problem. But I won't start with the lesson that you are proposing, Loyo. And the reason to that is because this lesson, it helps me to understand the level of your understanding as far as maths is concerned. So it's more like, Lawyer, you don't know how to fly a plane, and I'm already teaching you on how to, let's say, land. So I must first teach you all that you need to know about what a plane or aeroplane is. Then once you know what an aeroplane is, then I'm going to take you through some trainings and whatever, and then I'm going to train you on how to fly an aeroplane. Do you now understand why I'm saying this is the lesson that we must start with before we do any other lesson, Lawyer? Does it make
Yes.
sense now?
Yes.
Okay. 100%. So now I'm going to give you the last one, and then from there we try to move on. Try interpret this one for me, Lawyer. That, and then we have that, then we have Z there. Can you try and interpret? Firstly, tell me how many terms do we have there, Lawyer?
4 terms.
How many terms?
4 terms.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yes, we've got 4 terms. So that means you're going to interpret each term. So start with this one, Lawyer.
Sign plus number 3. Letter K power minus X. More sign minus number 9. No letter. Power is 1. Sign is negative. Number 18. No letter. Power is 1. Plus sign is 1. Number is 1. Letter is Z. Power is 1.
100%. So now I'm confident that you fully understood what is made up of a term. And again, I'm confident that you can be able to interpret what we call a term, Lawyer. So now what I want us to talk about is problem types. Problem types. So problem types, Loyo. We've got different types of problems, of which I want to take you through just a few of them. But for you, I'm going to talk about an equation. Let me try to balance something there. Okay, so I want to take you through an equation, a Loyo, and then number two, I want to take you through what we call an expression. So these two, Loyo, are what we call a maths problem types. So that means in maths, you might be given an equation or an expression. And again, you might be given something else. But for our lesson, I will take you through these two. As we go deeper, I'm going to introduce some more types of problems. Okay, number one, let's talk about an equation. So I'm going to be talking about everything that is to do with an equation. How do you see an equation, Loyo? But firstly, it's not your first time hearing about this word equation, isn't it? Loyo, are you still there?
Yes.
Is it your first time hearing that word equation?
No.
Okay. Uh, I want to teach you how do you notice an equation. So an equation is easy, Loyo. It has an equal sign. You remember when I was taking you through the math signs, you remember this sign, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what we call an equal sign. So this is equals to. So every time when you see an equal sign, just know that the type of a problem that you are dealing with is an equation. I'll give an example. Let's say we have 3p minus 4, maybe let's say this is equals to 7. So this is a math problem. You have two terms on the left side of equal sign. You have one term on the right side of the equal sign. So now, let's see. What type of a math problem is this? Is it an equation or is it an expression? So because you see it has an equal sign, Loyo, it means it's an equation. Does it make sense there, Loyo?
Please come again.
So a we have two types of problems. Let's say for today's lesson, we'll only talk about two types of problems. And the first one is an equation. The second one is an expression. So now we'll be talking about an equation. And we say you will easily see an equation because of an equal sign over there. Does it make sense there, Loyo?
Yes.
So this is an example, which is 3p minus 4 is equals to 7. So I'm saying this one is an equation. Why? Because it has an equal sign.
Equal sign.
Uh, did it make sense there, Loyo?
Yes.
100%. So now, this one, for example, um, you tell me, Loyo, if this is an equation and tell me why. Is this an equation?
Yes.
Why?
It has equal sign
100%. So now, this one, what is that, Loyo?
Its expression
Why?
because it has equal sign and after equal sign has two numbers.
Okay. So, a this one also, Loyo, for as long as you see an equal sign, it doesn't matter whether after equal sign you have a one number or too many numbers or too many terms. It doesn't matter. So for as long as you see an equal sign, then it's an equation. Nay.
Okay.
Makes sense there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me explain to you what is an expression. So an expression, loyal, no equal sign there. Number two, or maybe let me just create some space there. So number two being an expression, loyal. So this one, it has no equal sign. So I'll give an example. Let me just use that space. Let's say you have 2y plus p minus 4. Can you see an equal sign over there, Loyal?
No.
So if the answer is no, then it means it's an expression. Nah.
Yes.
Okay, 100%. So now, let me give you this one. You tell me, Loyal. Let's say we have y squared is equals to 7 plus y minus 4, let's say x. What is that, Eloy?
It's an equation.
Why?
Because it has an equal sign, and after equal sign has three terms.
Okay, so
Equation
remember,
has
Loyal.
no equal sign.
What did you say there, Loyal?
I say expression has no equal sign.
Yes, 100%. So, Loyal, you don't comment about other terms. So you just say it's an equation because it has an equal sign. Then it ends there. You don't say a. So it's more like for it to have extra terms, it doesn't make it to be an equation. What makes it to be an equation is only the equal sign.
The
Name.
sign.
Yeah. So whether it has million more terms or just one term or whatever, it doesn't matter. But for as long as we see an equal sign, then it means it's an equation. Nah.
Okay.
100%. So if it doesn't have an equal sign, then it means um then it means it's an expression. So when we have an equation, Yolo, we solve for unknown. And normally unknown is represented by a letter which could be any letter from A up to Z. I'll give an example just now. Let's say we have a 2x plus 1 is equals to 5. You tell me, Loy, what is that?
It's an equation.
Why?
It has equal sign.
Then it ends there. You are done 100%. So now that you are able to notice what an equation is, I will therefore go deeper now. YOLO. So we have two types of equations. The first one, it is called linear equation. This is number one. And then the second type, it is called a quadratic equation. YOLO. So let me just remove all of this because it's easy to notice an expression. So how do you notice if we have a linear equation, Loyal? That's if you have a letter having a power of 1. For example, let's say 2y plus 4, it is equals to 7. What is this, Loyal?
It's an equation.
Why are you saying it's an equation?
It has equal sign.
It has equal sign. So it can either be a linear equation or a quadratic equation. So which letter do you see there, Loyo?
It's Y.
Letter Y. What is the power for letter Y?
1.
So because the letter is 1, then it makes it what is it? A linear equation. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. Then if it was 2 to the exponent that, what? Okay, let me maybe try to bring something different. Um, let's see. Let's say we have 0 is equals to x plus x squared minus 2. What letter or letters are you seeing there, Loyo?
X and x squared.
Okay, you are seeing a letter of x. So on any letter that you're seeing there, is there a letter that has a power of 2?
Yes.
Okay, then it makes it a quadratic equation. Does it make sense there, Loyo?
Yes.
100%. So now I'm going to remove all of these. Okay, all of that has been removed. So now I want to check something. Let's say we've got 2x, let's say plus 1. This is equals to 5. You tell me, Loy, what is that?
Linear equation.
100%. This is linear equation. Why?
Because it has a letter.
Okay, let's see, Loy. If we have 2 to the exponent, 2x to the exponent that plus 1 is equals to 5. What is the difference between these two, Loy?
Yes. The other one has 2x squared plus 1 is equal to 5. And the other has 2x plus 1 is equal to 5.
Okay, which one is which in terms of linear and quadratic?
2x plus 1 is linear. 2x squared plus 1 is equal to 5 is equal to quadratic.
Okay, so why or how do you know which one is quadratic? How do you know which one is linear?
The other one is linear because it has no exponent, and the other one has exponent and it has a quadratic.
So do you now see that when you give a reason, Loy, you don't say this is a linear because it has a letter. Can you see?
Yes.
Because this one also, it has a letter. So the reason you say it's because the letter has a power of invisible 1. That's why it's a linear. And then this one, it has a power of 2. That is why it is a quadratic equation. Makes sense there, Loyal?
Okay.
Okay, so now we said when we have either a linear or a quadratic, we solve for the unknown. And the unknown is represented by any letter from A up to Z. So on this equation, Loyal, what is represented by the unknown?
5.
Okay, so an unknown is a letter from A up to Z. So now, which letter, Loyal, are we seeing there?
X.
So what is the unknown, Loyal?
I know there is a 2x.
Okay, a but 2x, is it a letter, Loyal?
It's not an unknown.
No, I mean a 2x, is it a letter?
No, it's a number.
So
Unknown is X.
what is a letter, Loyal?
X.
So the unknown is letter X. Can you see?
Yes.
So that means if we have, for example, 2p. So I'm asking you a question now, Lloyd. What is the unknown?
Unknown is P.
Yes, unknown is letter P. So that means unknown is always represented by a letter, which could be any letter from A up to Z. Does it make sense now?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to solve. So when we solve, Loyo, for a linear equation, we want to have letters on the left and then have the numbers on the right. This is what we want to achieve when we solve for the unknown, Loyo. I'm not sure. Can you be able to solve this thing?
Please come again.
So, can you be able to solve this equation, this linear equation?
Yes.
Okay, give it a try.
2p plus 1.
2p plus 1.
Then take 5 minus 5.
Maybe tell me what am I writing now, Eloy?
Minus 5 is equal to 0. Yes.
Are you continuing or is it done?
I'm done.
It's done.
Yes.
Okay. I'll remove all of that. Okay, let's give it a try, Lawyer. So that means we'll try to use this as a guide. So let's see. Can you see what this thing is telling us, Lawyer? It says we must have letters on the left, numbers on the right. Can you see?
Yes.
So how many terms do we have on the left side of the equal sign there, Lawyer?
1.
Which one is it? Which term is it?
It's equal to 5.
Okay. You remember what I said about the term Lawyer?
Yes.
So how many terms do we have on the left side, on this side of equal sign? How many terms do we have there, Lawyer?
How many terms we have? 1 term.
Yes. So is it not 2, Lawyer? You remember a term is separated by a sign of a plus or a minus. Is it not 2 terms?
It's 2 terms.
It's 2 terms, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So now, which term is it just a number without a letter?
It's 1.
Yes, it's 1. So we take it to the other side. Can you see?
Yes.
So that means we remain with 2p, then this is equals 2 is 5. But you remember, when you take it to the other side, it becomes minus 1.
Yes.
Okay, so that means we have 2p is equal to, what is 5 minus 1?
5 minus 1 is equal to 4.
Okay, so that means we have 4. So can you see, Loyal? This 2 is attached to p. So we want to remove that 2 there. So that means we're going to divide by a.
By 2.
Yes. We divide both sides by 2 so that it cancels, and then we have p is equals to. What is 4 divided by 2?
4 divided by 2. I'm not sure.
Can you maybe punch it on a calculator? Do you have a calculator?
It's too far. It's too far.
Oh, it's too far. Okay. But Loyal, 4 divided by 2, you can use your head for this one, Loyal. Is it not 2?
It's 2.
Yes, it's 2. But lawyer, how do we do maths if you don't have a calculator? I thought you were ready, lawyer. No, Luyu.
Yes, sir.
So on our next lesson, you'll bring a calculator, ne?
Okay.
Okay, 100%. So can you now see that this is how you solve for the unknown being letter P, lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, 100%. Let me try to give you another type of a problem. Then you will see how far you can go with it. You'll just be telling me what to write. But remember, in everything that you'll be doing, you're just trying to have letter on the left and then number on the right. So let's see. I'll give you maybe, I know you like solving for x, lawyer. So I'll give you maybe negative 2x. I'll say minus 4. This is equals to, what am I going to do there, lawyer? 2. Yeah. Go for it, lawyer. You tell me what to write.
2x minus 2, when I said minus 2x
Mm-hmm.
is equal to
Mm-hmm.
4 plus 2.
Okay. You don't start with 4, Neloyo, because 4 is a visitor on this side. You start with 2 because it's already there. Ne?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2 minus 4.
Okay.
Then we divide 2x, we divide by 2.
Divide by 2.
Then we must solve this first. 2 minus 4.
But is it really 2 minus 4, lawyer? Why are you not changing the sign of 4, lawyer?
2 minus 4 is equal to.
But wait, lawyer. If you take this 4 to the other side and it becomes a visitor, why is it still minus and not a plus?
Plus 2 plus 2 plus 4.
So can you see where you make mistakes, lawyer?
Yes.
So that means everything was going to be wrong. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so what is 2 plus 4?
6.
So tell me what to write now.
2x minus 2x, we must write minus 2x is equal to 6. Then we divide by 2. Minus 2, divide by minus 2, both sides minus 2. And then we cancel minus 2, we left by x. 6 divided by minus 2. 6 divided by is equal to 6 divided.
Uthe yini kude, lawyer?
Calculate.
So can you see, lawyer, that you'll always need a calculator in a math class?
Yes.
Okay, so this, when you punch it on a calculator, it gives you negative 3, nay?
Yes.
So that means this is exactly how you solve for the unknown being x. So this unknown, it can be m, it can be n, it can be a, it can be z, it can be any letter from a up to z. You just solve it the same way. So that is why I was saying an unknown is represented by letter a, a letter which could be any letter from a up to z. Does it make sense there, lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, 100%. So, lawyer, I think in today's lesson, we'll just leave it there, but we are not yet done. This was just an introduction, so I notice I'll still need to invest some more time with you on this lesson. So we won't continue until I'm satisfied, lawyer, because even if we continue, but you are still not able to solve these type of problems, you won't survive. I do know very well, lawyer. Okay, maybe let me try and give you the last one. Let's say 4 is equals to, let's say x, what is it, plus, let me make it plus 6, lawyer. Can you try and solve that one? Tell me what to write, lawyer.
Come again.
Can you, okay, what is this?
Linear equation.
100%. So now let's solve. What is the unknown there?
It's x.
Okay, an unknown is x. So that means we solve for x, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, now let's solve. So when you solve, you want to have letters on the left, numbers on the right. So let's solve this one. What do we do, Aloy?
Okay. We must take 4 is equal to, then x minus x.
Mm-hmm.
And then we must how do what I give up.
You give up, nay.
Yes.
Okay, let's give it a try. So can you see what this thing is saying, Loy? So it says we want to have letters on the left, numbers on the right. How many numbers are you seeing there?
Two numbers.
What numbers are they?
One number is 6
Mm-hmm.
and 4.
Okay, so how many letters are you seeing there?
One letter,
Which is?
x.
Okay, so this thing, it says we must take all the letters to the left, all the numbers to the right. So that means we are going to take this to the other side, lawyer. What is it going to be? It changes the sign. Can you see it's plus there? Then it becomes minus 6. Can you see?
Yes.
This is equals to. Then we take this 4 to the other side. So already there is 6. So you start writing 6. Then this one, it changes the sign. Then it's minus 4. Can you see there, lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, so that means we can solve 6 minus 4. What is that? Is it not 2?
It's 2.
So can you see? We have a negative 1 there. So we divide by negative 1 on both sides. Then x is equals to negative 2 divided by 1 is 2. So now we have solved for x. Can you see there, Lloyd? Did I lose you there, lawyer?
No.
You understood, nay?
Yes.
Okay, 100%. So, lawyer, this brings us to the end of our lesson for today. What I'm going to do is to stop the recording, and then I'm going to send it to you via inbox. Let me just do this. Let me see.